I'm Janice from SRC, and today we have Hui Shan from Specialised Aquatic Solutions. A lot of people is asking, why is Specialised Aquatic Solutions fishes are more expensive?
Okay, most of our fishes actually go through a series of process. They're not just landed and they're not at our store. The first thing that we'll do is actually to acclimatize them first. Usually take about 4 to 8 hours every shipment. And then we will actually observe them over 7 to 14 days before bringing them in batches to the store. So those that you already see in the store are already acclimatized and steady for buying. Then we start all the training of feeding and stuff like that. So there are quite a lot of things that you don't get to see behind the scenes that we actually do, and I think these are some extra costs that we put onto the fish that we believe in that will help the customers actually get a safer fish at the end of the day. And yeah, it's been proven after a couple of years now that people are saying that okay, the stability is definitely more obvious.
How often is our shipment and where does it come from?
We actually come in about 2 to 3 shipments a week, sometimes even 4. Anywhere and everywhere that can ship out or export, definitely we can. So as far as Madagascar, Africa, the newly banned Hawaii also. Yeah, so everywhere, the neighboring one like Indonesia, Philippines are also part of our shipment. The most interesting one I think will be the medley type, that we usually combine everything so that you get all the best pieces in one shipment.
You saw on social media, you actually do a lot of like tank planning. How do you do it with your customers?
Usually when they come to us, there's like 3 things that I'll ask. First is the location of tank, what they want to keep inside, and obviously the budget lah. So then that helps me to understand what we actually can plan for them. So we've been building fish tanks for like 17 years coming. Actually one of my favorite places is to build tanks in dining area, because that's where you make the most noise and you get most people, and always the fish are always ready to come out and check out like what's going on, who's here, which you will see in our tanks, right? Later you will see that why our fishes are always coming to us is because yeah, we try to make it very echoey inside so they are not scared of people when you add inside the fish tank. Yeah.
Usually how long is the process from like concept to the actual product?
I still try to build tanks between 14 to 21 days. But of course, if you are not in a rush, then doing slowly is not a problem.
So apart from livestock, what other services does SAF do?
So basically we do a lot of tank builds, customized tank builds. We do quarantine service as well, decommission, piping alteration, equipment, installation. All these are the external service that we provide. Yeah. Okay, so if you look at this tank, they're all individual, meaning that this is a community tower. So most of the fish here, this is a modular system, it's not connected to the others. I think here the shipment that we have here in mix is from Indo, a little bit of, I think this is Padang, and over here we have your favorite clown fishes, blue tanks and all that. All these are also from Indo, so these are separate tanks. And we have more on the other side. So these 2 towers is another community tanks that we have. We have a mix of Hawaiian shipments plus a little bit of Caribbean here. So you see that's the favorite Achilles tank, Flame Angel, Royal Gamma. So the idea of having different community tanks is of course to make sure that we are able to acclimatize them separately and cut down on any cross-contamination risk.
What are the brands of product that you all bring in that represent Singapore?
Actually, we bring in quite a range of products, but if we were to curate, we usually use Tropic Marine for all our water quality stuff, meaning salt, additives, so it's a really good brand from Germany. For lights, as you can see, we'll use Offect, so it's quite good for SPS and it's got quite a good range of products. For skimmers, we'll use Deltec. And actually anything around the world you can get, we should be able to get.
So you do a lot of like scaping for customer, right? What do you recommend the rock?
The ones that you see right here, right, is actually from Australia and it's live rock. So I know that a lot of people will say that, hey, live rock got a lot of pests, right? But these are really from the sea, and then we just put it in here, in seawater running. So we don't really have any fish or corals in there. It's particularly for just rocks. Here is Vernacular dried rocks. So what is Vernacular is that it just comes from Vernacular and it's from the sea itself, and they pick it up and they dried it already. So of course this is also a very top choice for people because that eliminates the pest factor, and it's obviously the one that will definitely get biological cycling the fastest because it's real and original from the sea. Then if you like synthetic type, there's the aqua forest type, there's a kerosene type that you can do synthetic also.
Okay, so this is the shark tank. Why do you want to put like a shark inside?
Actually, the story of this tank is quite interesting. So we used to put like tanks, like huge tanks. But somehow everything we put in, even angels, the customers want to buy them. So it was quite a rough 3 years until we decided to put the shark, since we cannot sell shark, right? So then this is where it creates a little bit of a topic, and kids really love it, especially when they look at the stingrays and the sharks swimming around. Okay, so here we have 3 of our display tanks. This one is our mixed reef soft coral tanks. This one is one of the smaller tanks that I think a good size sump system should start off with. So it's about 2 feet. And you see there's a mix of LPS, about 8 to 10 fish here. And here we have the LPS tank. This is a 4-footer. If you see, this is one of the most popular ones. Yeah, so this is full LPS lah, and like it's popular because it has that wavy effect and everybody like it, and it's got luminous colors. Of course, then we have the SPS tank here. This is 3 feet. So we display all the sizes most commonly for people to choose, because then they know what is the size and the vibe of it. That's our quarantine room. You can see around what's inside. We always will recommend customers to actually quarantine their fish. The reason being that even though we have acclimatized our fish in the community tanks, they are still topped up over the week and still in a community situation, just like COVID, right? If you have import case, you'll never eradicate the community situation. So you always should quarantine first before putting into your main display tank.
How long do you need to quarantine?
We do it in blocks of 7 days. Of course, if let's say you feel comfortable, you can always bring it back. If not, then 14 days and on.
Okay, thank you Hui-Shan for sharing with us today. I think we learned a lot from you.
Okay.
Got anything you want to add on?
Well, come down and check it out, so then you can experience the shop yourself. Janice, what's your favorite fish?
I like clownfish, and I bought a lot of clownfish.
Really? How many clownfish?
I started with like, I think 7 or 8, then slowly
In one tank?
dropped. No, I mean
you have a lot of tanks.
different tanks
Okay.
lah. But I think the highest number of clownfish I have in my tank was like 6, I think.
So do you quarantine your fish?
I don't think so.
You don't? So